What if the public craves and demands that your next fight is David Benavidez? You open to doing that?
Stephen A. Smith isn't holding back this time, issuing a strong warning directed straight at boxing superstar Canelo Alvarez.
I'm looking at Canelo and I'm like, yo, you that dude. You that dude. Why are you not fighting? It'll be one thing to avoid it for a fight or two. But when you are literally cherry picking one after another, numerous fights where you are passing up David Benavidez, it is a travesty. It is a travesty that that fight has not happened. David Benavidez deserves the shot at the giant. He deserves that shot, and he should get it.
Stephen A. Smith's warning centers on the undefeated powerhouse known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. He believes this isn't just another possible matchup for Canelo. It's a career-defining showdown that could completely change the course of his legacy.
That's just BS. Anybody who knows boxing, everybody who watches boxing knows that David Benavidez is the real deal. Now, that doesn't mean he'd beat you, because anybody could fall if you catch him right. We know who you are, Canelo. You big time. But you getting ready to fight. And go on, look, you are elite. You are big time. No doubt about that. But it is clear with what you're saying that you are ducking Benavidez. Not because you haven't fight him, but because of the words that you're using. He's nothing. You know better. Fight that man. David Benavidez deserves that. Anybody who respects boxing knows he should be the man in the ring going up against you.
Canelo's long-standing image of invincibility came crashing down as the once untouchable champion suffered a stunning defeat. The upset sent shockwaves through the boxing world, proving that pure skill can overcome size and power.
What does this mean for Canelo? You lost to Floyd.
You did.
You lost to Bivol. I don't care anyone says you lost to Golovkin. You lost to Terence Crawford. So you've lost to
the elite.
The elite.
I think it shows that Canelo is the elite.
Yeah.
But he's not the special elite.
Okay.
I think we can use that word because there's elite. Because Canelo Alvarez is elite. You can be world level, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're fighting Canelo, it's different.
Yeah.
But then there's the special elite.
Yeah.
There's the where you look at them and you think, I'm watching something special in Canelo, but I'm watching something very special in Floyd, Golovkin, Terence Crawford, and Bivol, our guy. That just shows how good Beterbiev is as well. We got two special fighters at 175.
No, for real. I don't think it hinders Canelo as much.
I don't think it does.
But in terms of, I guess there was a conversation about is he the greatest Mexican? I think that's Chavez now.
Yes.
I think that's kind of done.
But in achieving that win, Crawford didn't just elevate his own legacy. He also revealed the biggest weakness in Canelo's game.
One of the things that I see, okay, from Canelo is that when you move to his weak side, there's exposure on that side from him, okay? When you get around to the weak side, meaning his lead hand side, okay, he has to turn all the way around, and it takes him some time because of his footwork, okay? His footwork isn't the greatest. Crawford will be able to take advantage of those moments. But as the fight continues, I'm telling you right now, Crawford will start to mount an attack if he's still there. If he's still there after 4 damn rounds.
You know, that's saying something. Tim Bradley, that is saying something. If he's still there. Does Tim actually believe that Canelo has that amount of power or the difference of weight to take out Crawford in 4 rounds? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But if he's still there, Timothy Bradley, that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
He will start to mount an attack. He will. And we know that later on, we know that Canelo starts to fade late. Okay? And an indication of frustration for Canelo Alvarez is when he starts to drop both hands. When he stops getting out of that, when he stops using that high guard, okay? That's one indication when Canelo is like, okay, this isn't working. All right, let me try something else. Let me drop my hands. Let me see if I can get this guy to throw shots at me or something to change things up. Another indication that things are not going nowhere, if you see Canelo not well, you see Canelo sit along the ropes and he'll fight Crawford in, okay? If it ever gets to that point right there, then you know that Crawford is doing a damn good job. But for the time being, Crawford's going to have to let those damn hands go.
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the.
After the fight, analysts agreed that Crawford had revealed the perfect game plan to dethrone the champion, not with raw power, but with constant speed, smart movement, and a sharp jab that kept Canelo off balance all night.
It makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. What the fuck was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy!
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse.
This strategy exposed how vulnerable Canelo can be against a fast, high-volume attack. And while the world celebrated Crawford's historic victory, one man watched from the sidelines feeling completely proven right.
I feel like you ducking Benavidez. I don't know if y'all heard, but y'all see all the money he got offered for that shit. Like, he got offered a lot of money for that fight.
How much? I heard it was something like a 90-10 split.
Yeah, it was like Benavidez would take $5 million and he'd get like 40 or I don't know if it was 40 or 80 million. It was something crazy though. But you turn that down and bro, 5 million to what you I'm gonna say it's 40 million, right? You taking 40 and he getting 5 and you don't want to fight him, you're fucking scared. I don't care what nobody say, like you're fucking scared. Cause even if I know I'm gonna lose, if in my head I know the dude could beat me, I'm getting 50 mil for this fight. Oh, I've been on top for a long time already. I'm not getting no younger. Take the fucking fight, make it, you feel me? Fight. That's what you're doing this shit for. What the fuck are you scared of?
David Benavidez is a whole different kind of threat. He's got lightning-fast hands like Crawford, but what sets him apart is the relentless, overwhelming pressure he brings, especially for a fighter of his size.
I had Canelo just domination. I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, because I've been a fan of Canelo since I was a kid. So my heart, a tear almost came on my I ain't gonna lie, because it felt like, you know, that Canelo is done. But I just think he was a little off that night. I think he can, you know, make a big comeback. But to Crawford, man, he's the greatest of this era. You got to give it to him. Greatest of this era. Nobody's ever done that before. 3-time undisputed. So you got to take your hats off to Crawford. And I was just shocked that he was able to just dismantle Canelo like that, you know, even with the size difference. That just goes to show size doesn't win fights.
I'm a huge David Benavidez fan. I love Canelo as well, but I don't like the fact that Canelo has taken so long to give him a match. And I just applaud David Benavidez because he ducks no one. Watch yourself. I just applaud the fact that he ducks no one. And he's ready to fight at all times. He is the Mexican monster. Sometimes I'm wondering, is somebody going to hurt him because he's right there in front of them. He doesn't move, but he clearly shows he can take a punch and he can damn sure give one with either hand. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got boxing ability, he's got heart. And I don't know if there's a bigger fan of David Benavidez than me. I really I got a lot of love for his.
The game plan Crawford perfected with skill and precision is one Benavidez could carry out with raw power, targeting the same weaknesses, but with fight-ending force. For years, Benavidez has been the looming threat Canelo chose not to face. The undefeated, 2-time champion in his own division, a physical powerhouse who's been repeatedly overlooked and avoided.
Look, I'm gonna be the first one to ever call this person out. I want to fight Benavidez.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I want to fight Benavidez.
You're crazy, dude.
No.
Which Benavidez?
David.
Jose?
David. I want to fight David Benavidez.
What?
Yeah, bro. Mexican monster, man. They call me the boogeyman over here.
You're not serious, obviously.
I'm being serious.
You're being serious?
Yeah.
You're gonna move up to. You want to move up to light heavyweight to fight David Benavidez?
Yeah. Well, you think he can still make 68?
David at 168? Yeah. So that now we're starting to formulate things. So you want him to come to 68 in a And you'll go to 68.
Yeah, I'll go 60. I'll fight him at 68.
Yeah.
I want to fight the Mexican monster. Boo. Scary face. Raw.
Canelo's defeat to a smaller opponent was the ultimate "I told you so" for Benavidez and his team. It backed up their long-standing claim that Canelo had been avoiding the real physical challenges at 168 pounds. The fact that he was beaten not by a bigger fighter, but by a faster one left fans wondering just how much damage a relentless powerhouse like Benavidez could have done.
For some reason, he's hiding. You can't find him. So if somebody sees Canelo, let them know that, they send him an email and they give him the biggest offer of his life. So we're here waiting to see if he wants to make it happen with the person that he said that hasn't fought nobody. He has not done anything in boxing. It should be an easy fight. Why not take all that money? But I'm guessing he's going to go the easy route. He's going to probably fight Berlanga, McGregor or something like that. So, man, that's a disgrace, for boxing. It's embarrassing, when he said that David hasn't fought nobody, and then he's going to fight Berlanga, that he got let go from Top Rank because they were losing money on him, and they didn't really see a big feud.
And no one spoke out about it louder than Stephen A. Smith.
I'm tired of missing out on these fights. And I want the boxing community, because y'all cover it more than me, you cover it better than me, because you live it and breathe it and eat it every day. Could you help a brother out? How much help can I give y'all to help put pressure on these promoters to give us the damn fights we want to see? I want Canelo versus Benavidez. I don't want Benavidez fighting Beterbiev. I want him fighting his natural weight class, super middleweight, against Saul Canelo Alvarez. That is the fight we should all be demanding. That brother has earned a shot. And I understand Canelo, the businessman. He's like, he had to go through a lot and had to fight through everybody before he got on the top of the mountain where he could dictate terms. I totally understand that. And I'm not throwing no shade on Canelo. I'm just saying, we want to see this fight, especially if Benavidez handles his business this weekend. Canelo, we deserve to see that fight.
For years, his warnings had been dismissed by some as mere media hype. He had passionately argued on national
For years, many brushed off Stephen A. Smith's warnings as nothing more than media talk. But he had consistently said on national TV that Canelo's avoidance of Benavidez would eventually cost him. He cautioned that choosing smaller, safer opponents while ignoring the biggest threat in his own division was a risky move. And after the Crawford fight, his words seemed almost prophetic.
That piss me off, contrary to what you would normally believe. But I love the sport of boxing. And I gotta tell you, I'm so disgusted. They're just rumors that Canelo Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez, is talking about fighting the bigger Charlo this time around, Jamal Charlo, the natural 168-pounder, okay? I'm like, what about David Benavidez, the natural super middleweight, who's 28-0 with 24 knockouts, who's been begging for Canelo to get into the ring with him?
Stephen A. Smith's criticism turned into a full-blown breakdown of Canelo's downfall. He argued that the loss was a direct result of Canelo's arrogance, a form of karma for dodging the fight fans had been demanding for years. The warning had been clear, but Canelo ignored it, and now the outcome was there for everyone to see. On ESPN's flagship show, First Take, Stephen A.'s frustration boiled over on live TV. "This isn't just boxing analysis. This is a public prosecution. I'm pretty pissed off," he said, his anger unmistakable.
This is the stuff that's driving me crazy about boxing. Canelo Alvarez, where's the fight against David Benavidez? Love Canelo. I want to see him fight David Benavidez. I don't want to see him fighting Munguia. I don't want to see him fighting an undersized Charlo. I don't want to hear about Terrence Crawford moving up, not one, not two, but 3 weight classes to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. I want the fights that we want to see when we want to see him. You're the super middleweight champion of the world at 168 pounds. It's about the fights that we want to see. I think that Canelo should fight David Benavidez or Jamal Charlo. Okay, now Charlo might be a little bit too small for him since he moved up to light heavyweight to do this fight, and I don't see him fighting too much at the super middleweight division, but I'm tired of this guy being unblemished in his career, and these big fights Charlo is not getting. He deserves them. He should have them if he wants them, even if I wouldn't pick him against Canelo. He deserves the shot if that's what he wants. But this kid, David Benavidez, is special. And if there's a person that has earned the right to be in the ring against Canelo Alvarez, which would be absolutely positively box office, that would be a fight everybody would want to see. There is no reason
Would first take go?
for him. Hell yes.
Okay.
I'd want to go there. For Benavidez, Benavidez is the real deal. I love Benavidez, and I want to see, and he deserves a...
By airing it on such a massive platform, the debate exploded beyond the boxing world and into mainstream conversation, putting Canelo's legacy under public scrutiny. Stephen A. Smith called Canelo's avoidance of Benavidez a disrespect to the sport, insisting that Benavidez had earned his chance and that this was the one fight boxing needed to protect its credibility.
Public craves and demands that your next fight is David Benavidez. You open to doing that?
We'll see. Why not? If the money is correct, why not? I can fight him Saturday night too.
Saturday night too. So you think you think you'll beat him up too? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, of course. I beat that guy. If the money is the money is that correct? I fight that guy and I beat that guy.
While Stephen A. Smith took aim in the media, the attack became even more personal from Benavidez's camp. His father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., has been unapologetically blunt, unleashing a wave of fiery criticism in interview after interview.
You can run, but you can't hide. People want that fight. Everywhere you go, they see Canelo, they ask him about the Mexican Monster. Everywhere I go, they ask me about Canelo. They want to see that fight. So that name of David Benavidez, he's not going to be able to go to sleep until he fights David Benavidez. And that's a little thing that he just needs to take care of in order to make history. And if he doesn't do that, there's always going to be that doubt.
He said, like, he came to watch me, the fight and shit.
So
and then they're like, oh, you think he's... In my head, I'm like, what do you think Eddie Reynoso's thinking about? He's like, are we going to fight David Benavidez after seeing this fight? In his head, Eddie Reynoso's like, fuck no, we not fighting him.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I don't blame Canelo. It's fucked up because there's a lot of money.
It's not even about the money. It's not about the money.
Yeah, but okay,
100 million, dude. You think
But
you kidding me?
The first step, when you're a fucking warrior, bro, the only thing you think about is glory. I've never thought about money. I've been smart. I'm negotiating my shit, but it's always a prize, bro. It's always, if I go out there and beat Canelo, bro, I'm a legend. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna live forever in boxing as a legend. That means way more to me than any type of money.
And I think that separates you too, David. And I admire that shit about you. I was like that at one point. Now
Yeah.
it's like, how much you giving me?
Yeah.
and not to just bypass him. Shout out to Morel as well.
Yeah, shout out.
While David Benavidez kept things respectful, his father became the outspoken aggressor, accusing Canelo of being afraid and avoiding an inevitable defeat. He claimed Canelo knew his son was simply too big, too strong, and would overpower him. These bold, emotional statements turned the rivalry personal and intensified the media storm, putting Canelo under growing pressure he could no longer ignore.
Now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds, that I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million, and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. It's just stupid, bro. Like, just tell the people you don't want to fight me.
You think his hunger is dissipating?
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is or how his training is or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear. It looks like fear, like he's scared.
Canelo's defeat sent shockwaves through the entire 168-pound division, a division he once dominated without question. The crown he'd held so firmly now belonged to a fighter who had moved up all the way from 147 pounds.
That's a counter. That was a great counter. But at the same time, Canelo being great as he is, he was actually rolling with the shot and anticipating me coming back with a right hook. When you see him roll and then kind of roll the other way, he was anticipating me throwing another shot. It was a great shot, but it was great awareness by Canelo.
Canelo suddenly found himself without his titles, leaving a power vacuum that turned the 168-pound division upside down. For David Benavidez, the road ahead split in two. Should he chase the new champion, Terence Crawford, to claim the belts, or go after Canelo in a fight driven more by pride and legacy than championship gold?
How now, David, especially and particularly in your position, the fact that, you know, let's call the pink elephant in the room. Canelo, he doesn't want to fight you.
Yeah, bro, it's a little hard, you know, because obviously this is a fight that everybody wants to see. It's the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion, right now. But it sucks when a guy, as Canelo says, that he's the king, he do whatever he wants. He's basically holding the belt hostage.
King,
what I mean?
yeah, of course, king or prima donna.
The situation has become a perfect storm. Terence Crawford, being the smaller fighter, has little reason to stay at 168 and defend his titles against a powerhouse like Benavidez. He'll likely drop back down to his natural weight, leaving the super middleweight belts up for grabs. When that happens, the only fight that can truly unify the division in the eyes of fans will be the long-awaited clash between Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. Titles or not, the road now leads straight to that showdown. And with Canelo still tied to his PBC contract, his options are running out fast.
This is what I want, being with PBC, Ronald Hyman. I think he got a lot of fighters here, and they train me really good, and I'm happy to be here.
He has just one fight left on his deal. If he wants to face Benavidez under the same promotional banner, the time is now.
Boxing contracts is more of years or more of fights?
Depends on the contract. Look at what Canelo is doing. We're hearing that he's signing a three fight contract with PBC. There's no time limit on those 3 fights.
Okay.
If he get injured in his first fight, he can still fight. He can't fight in 2 years. He can't fight under another banner because he's still got 2 fights